What happens when an undercover boss decides to experience his own business anonymously? What he uncovers isn't just shocking, it changes everything he thought he knew about his company. Let's dive in and see how one man's journey to reconnect with his roots turned into a revelation that would reshape lives forever. Nathan Royce, a self-made entrepreneur in his early 40s, was the proud owner of a hotel chain, Haven Suites. Once, these hotels were the crown jewel of his business empire. Starting with one modest property in Denver, Nathan had built a legacy of luxurious yet affordable stays that promised guests more than just comfort. It promised care. But over the years, as his business empire expanded into tech startups and retail, Nathan's direct involvement in Haven Suites waned. While he trusted the leadership team he had put in place, he hadn't stepped foot in one of his own hotels in nearly 5 years. Nathan's closest friend, Aaron, had once warned him, "Never lose sight of where you started. When you prioritize the shiny new things, the foundation you built could start to crumble." Nathan dismissed it, thinking his team had everything under control. But deep down, he couldn't ignore a gnawing feeling that something was missing, that he had lost touch with the heartbeat of his first love: hospitality. One chilly evening, Nathan decided to take a break from the corporate meetings and lavish parties. With a baseball cap and worn-out jacket, he checked into one of his own properties in Seattle under the name Ben Harris. The plan was simple: experience Haven Suites as an average guest. No special treatment, no perks, just the raw truth. The moment Nathan walked into the lobby, something felt off. The polished marble floors looked dull, the receptionist barely glanced up as he greeted her, and the warmth that used to define Haven Suites was missing. He shrugged it off, attributing it to a long day for the staff. Nathan's room was clean but unremarkable. The fresh flowers he remembered insisting on years ago were replaced by cheap artificial ones. The minibar was stocked, but with generic, low-quality snacks. And the customer service? Non-existent. When Nathan called down to ask for an extra blanket, the front desk attendant, clearly frustrated, told him, "We're understaffed. You'll have to wait." It didn't take long for Nathan to notice a pattern. Guests whispered complaints in the hallways, hidden fees on bills, indifferent staff, and poor maintenance. One elderly man in the elevator muttered to his wife, "This place used to feel like home. Now it's just another hotel." On his second night, Nathan decided to check out the dining area. The buffet was a shadow of its former self: stale bread, watery soup, and empty trays. Frustrated but determined to understand the truth, Nathan wandered into the staff area, pretending to look for the restroom. That's when he saw it: a crumpled note left on the corner of a desk in the break room. Curiosity got the better of him. He unfolded the note, expecting a routine memo, but what he read stopped him cold. It was a handwritten letter, clearly never sent. The words pierced his heart. "Dear Mom, I know you're worried about the medicine. I promise I'll send the money soon. The hotel hasn't paid us for 2 months, but I'm holding on. I'll figure it out. I just need you to stay strong a little longer. Love, Evan." Nathan's hands trembled as he read the name, Evan. He remembered hiring a young, ambitious bellhop named Evan years ago, someone who used to greet every guest with a warm smile and a positive attitude. Was this the same Evan? His heart sank further as he noticed a small sticky note attached to a file on the desk. It read, "Extra charges, keep quiet." The file contained a list of hidden fees being added to guests' bills. It was signed by the hotel's general manager, Richard Price. Determined to uncover the truth, Nathan spent the next morning discreetly observing the staff and reviewing public complaints online. What he discovered was worse than he imagined. Guests had been filing complaints for months, but the feedback email they were provided led to a fake inbox created by Richard. The manager had been pocketing the extra charges and using them to cover his tracks, while neglecting both the guests and the employees. When Nathan confronted Evan in the hallway, the young man hesitated but eventually opened up. "We don't know what to do, sir. Richard says the hotel isn't making enough money to pay us on time. He keeps telling us it's temporary, but it's been months. Most of us are too scared to leave because we need the jobs." Nathan's anger simmered, but beneath it was a profound sadness. He realized he had failed his employees by trusting the wrong people. Haven Suites was supposed to be a safe haven, not just for guests, but for the staff who worked tirelessly to keep it running. Nathan wasted no time. That evening, he called an emergency meeting with the entire hotel staff. Still in his undercover disguise, he walked in, shocking everyone when he revealed his true identity. Richard tried to deflect, claiming the accusations were baseless. But Nathan had gathered enough evidence, including testimonies from employees, financial records, and even surveillance footage. Richard's betrayal was undeniable. "You didn't just steal from this hotel," Nathan said, his voice firm yet filled with emotion. "You stole from the people who trusted you, and you betrayed the very values Haven Suites was built on." Richard was fired on the spot. Nathan didn't stop there. He personally apologized to every staff member, vowing to rebuild their trust. Salaries were paid immediately, with bonuses to compensate for the delays. Evan's letter was the catalyst for a broader change. Nathan introduced a program to ensure employees would never face such hardships again, including anonymous channels for feedback and financial aid for emergencies. The hotel underwent a complete transformation, with Nathan visiting each property to ensure the same mistakes weren't being repeated. As he stood in the lobby of Haven Suites one evening, watching guests smile and staff radiate pride, he felt a renewed sense of purpose. Sometimes you have to walk through the darkness to find the light, and for Nathan, the light was worth every step. No empire is too big to fail, and no leader is too successful to forget their roots. When you care for the people who stand with you, they'll stand with you through anything. But when you lose sight of them, you lose the very foundation of your success. That's the story, friends. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a pleasure sharing it with you all. Don't forget to comment below and let me know where you're watching from. It's always fun to see the global reach of these stories. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button for more amazing stories, tips, and tricks. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. If you'd like to show some extra love, tap the 3 dots near the share button and send a super thanks.